So we're here with Vincent, who's executive producer on Allods Online, the free MMO. So can you briefly tell us what is Allods Online exactly?
So Allods Online is a big budget MMORPG with a $12 million budget. Players will go through lots of adventures and will end up building their own spaceship to go in space, to conquer space, to own part of the space, and to fight demons in space, to fight other players. Just lots to do. There's really lots of things to do there.
But it's still like a fantasy type MMO, right?
Yeah, we're fantasy and space opera. It's divided in two parts. One part will be really more heroic fantasy. We have 28 classes. You can decide to be a warrior, a healer, a magician, a dark magician, all those things. And when you're at higher level, you can decide either to stay on the land or, like with your spaceship, to go in space to conquer the space. And
the game's Russian, right?
The game was developed by Astrumnival. They are Russian developers, but the game was developed for our market, for the Western market. It's the same people who did Heroes of Might and Magic 5 who created Allods Online.
I'm asking because I have this impression that Russian people like PvP. So I guess that there's a lot of PvP stuff in the game too?
Well, you always have the choice to go for PvP or PvE, but yes, we have a lot of PvP content for players who love it, but we also have a system where players with a flag of war can decide to go PvP or not. But most of our players do PvP, but those who do PvE have no problem doing it. And in fact, as the game is developing, a guild, to be really the base guild, must be doing lots of PvP, but also lots of PvE, because the developer makes sure that there is a balance between those two. So it might be the most complete MMORPG for free at the moment.
But you say free. I'm guessing you can pay for some of the game. But how much of the game can you see without actually paying anything?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. You do not have to pay to play the game. Never, ever. Of course, if you pay through microtransaction, some things might go a bit faster. Is that like you will be able to buy a horse, so you can you can do some distance faster. But we try to make sure that the balance in the game is never endangered. But lots of players are giving tutorials on our forums and now even videos explaining that no, the game is really free. I went to the max level, which is 42 at the moment, without spending 1 cent. But well, I will make you attractive proposition to so that you can buy things like a horse for cheap if it's not the price that was fine for you. But you always have the choice, and even most of the items that we sell through microtransaction will be vanity items like costumes. Some will be potions that can have a small impact on the gameplay. Some will be experience scrolls. But then we have a quest in-game, which if you spend 10 minutes each day, you can have this XP scroll. So it's really more, we give you the choice. You have those 10 minutes, do the quest. You don't have those 10 minutes, why not spend €1 for us? And I will gladly give you an experience scroll in exchange.
We mentioned spaceships already.
Yes.
But can you tell us a little more about spaceships, because spaceship sounds cool to me.
So players can build their own spaceship. So each single player can have its own spaceship. There can be maximum 6 players on the ship. And so when you go in space, don't go alone. Really, bring friends with you or try to find a party, people who want to go with you. And then you will go out in space with your friends. You will be like, let's say, at the steer wheel. One will be at the radar to check that there are no enemies around, like a ship from the opposite faction. And some people would be on standby on the cannon just in case we get attacked. When you go out in space with your ship, you will have several things to do. You will encounter demons. You will encounter ships from the other faction who might want to attack you. And you will find floating island. And an island in our universe is called an Allod, hence Allods Online. So we'll find some Allod. Some will be empty, nothing on it, just like a desert island. So you might want to go on your ship with your girlfriend and just remember where this one is located. Some will have dungeons, some will have instances, some will have contested raid boss. So you could be there fighting it, and another ship from another faction comes, kill your party, and then steal you the monsters. So in this space opera part of the game, there are really a lot to do. We also added lately in our last expansion, Volume 3, The Fury of War, the possibility for guild to own island in space, and each week another guild can challenge them to steal their island, which create yet again another dynamic. So there is a space combat for group when you're 6, but also the space combat for the guild who are fighting, well, to keep their allot because they have benefits from owning one, but another guild will want it, either from the same faction or from another faction.
Well, I think I'm convinced. I want to try Allods Online. Vince, thank you.
Well, thank you for your time.